welcome to part 4 of everything I made for my afternoon tea party. This time we're making my favorites, profiteroles. First thing I did was turn the oven on 220 degrees Celsius. Then I put a pan on medium heat, and to that I added the butter and milk and mixed until the butter was fully melted. I then let it sit until it boiled, at which point I quickly added the flour while beating it together until the dough combines and becomes a ball. At that point I took it off the heat and continued to mix it for a few minutes, then gradually added the eggs and mixed it constantly so that the eggs don't cook, and mixed until the eggs were fully combined. I then spooned the dough into a baking tray, making sure to leave enough gaps for them to rise. I rounded each one into nicer, smoother looking balls and popped them into the oven for about 25 minutes until golden. I put them on a cooling rack and poked a hole in the bottom of each one with a cutlery knife to let the steam escape. While they are cooling, I started to work on my custard. Honestly, I kind of eyeballed this one, but I used the Bird's custard powder, so I kind of followed the instructions on the packaging. I heated the milk in a pot, and while that's heating, I put the powder and sugar in a jug, along with a little bit of boiling water, and mixed, making sure it all dissolved. Then I added that to the pot, constantly mixing everything together. I continued mixing it until the custard started getting a little bit thicker, and then I added a little bit of vanilla to it. And I continued mixing it. Yes guys, this took a while until I was happy with the consistency. Don't forget that it thickens up a little bit once it cools. I took it off the heat and put baking paper on it to stop it from creating a film on top. Once the custard cooled down, I put it into a piping bag and piped some into each profiterole. I was worried my custard might be too runny, so I melted a little bit extra milk chocolate and sealed each hole with it. Now, that was a happy accident. Highly recommend. I popped them into the freezer to quickly set the chocolate. In the meantime, I made the ganache by heating up the cream in a pot and adding the chocolate to that, mixing it until the chocolate is melted and combined. I took the profiteroles out of the freezer and dipped each one into the ganache. You can either eat them as they are or put them in the fridge to set the ganache, which is what I ended up doing. Let me know if you try and recreate this.